The Philippines in 2025, a year of political shifts, cultural milestones, and global engagement. The year 2025 was a transformative period for the Philippines, marked by significant political developments, cultural achievements, and increased global participation. From high-profile legal proceedings to hosting international events, the nation navigated a complex landscape that reshaped its domestic and international identity. Political developments. One of the most consequential events was the arrest of former President Rodrigo Duterte on March 11 at Ninoy Aquino International Airport. Acting on an International Criminal Court (ICC) warrant, Duterte was detained for alleged crimes against humanity related to his administration's anti-drug campaign. He was subsequently transported to The Hague to face charges, igniting debates over national sovereignty and international justice. This arrest intensified the political rivalry between the Duterte and Marcos families. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. faced challenges from the Duterte camp, particularly as the May 12 midterm elections approached. The elections were seen as a litmus test for Marcos' leadership and a potential avenue for the Duterte family to regain political influence. Adding to the political tension, Vice President Sara Duterte faced impeachment proceedings, with her trial set to commence on July 30. The charges and ensuing trial further polarized the political landscape, highlighting the deep divisions within the country's leadership. Legislative and judicial actions. In March, President Marcos signed Republic Act No. 12,124, known as the Expanded Tertiary Education Equivalency and Accreditation Program, ETEAP, Act. This law aimed to broaden access to tertiary education, particularly for working professionals seeking academic advancement. The judiciary also made headlines when the Supreme Court ordered the eviction of Romeo Jalascos and Dakak Beach Resort Corporation from the Dakak Beach Resort in Dapitan. The court ruled that they had profited from the property without paying rent for 2 decades, emphasizing the enforcement of property rights and contractual obligations. Infrastructure and transportation. The government continued its push for infrastructure development. The MRT Line 7 was slated to begin partial operations by the end of the year, connecting North EDSA and Quezon City to Sacred Heart and Caloocan. Additionally, the country's first solar-powered podcar transport system was set to launch in Ilagan, Isabela, marking a step towards sustainable urban mobility. In the realm of digital transformation, the National Telecommunications Commission announced plans to commence the shutdown of analog TV broadcasts in Mega Manila, transitioning to digital television and modernizing the country's broadcasting infrastructure. Cultural and entertainment highlights. The Philippines celebrated several cultural milestones. In February, the Tandang Sora Women's Museum opened in Quezon City, becoming the country's first museum dedicated to women's history and contributions. March saw the Santa Ursula Parish Church in Binangonan, Rizal, declared a national cultural treasure, recognizing its historical and architectural significance. The music scene thrived with the 10th anniversary of the Wonderland Music and Arts Festival, featuring a diverse lineup of local and international artists. Filipino girl group BINI made history by becoming the first local act to hold a sold-out concert at the Philippine Arena, kicking off their Biniverse World Tour 2025. Sports and international events. The Philippines hosted the 2025 FIVB Men's Volleyball World Championship from September 12 to 28 in Pasay and Quezon City. This marked the first time the country hosted the event, showcasing its capacity to organize large-scale international sports competitions. In April, the Tour of Luzon cycling race was revived after a long hiatus, featuring an 8-stage race from Laoag to Baguio. The event aimed to promote cycling and healthy lifestyles across the country. The 65th Palarong Pambanza was scheduled to take place in Laoag, Ilocos Norte, from May 24 to 31, bringing together student athletes from various regions to compete in multiple sports disciplines. International relations and security. The Philippines strengthened its international alliances through military cooperation. Exercise Balikatan 2025, held from April 21 to May 9, involved around 15,000 troops from the Philippines, the United States, Australia, and other allied nations. The exercises focused on enhancing interoperability and readiness for joint operations, particularly in the Indo-Pacific region. In March, 8 individuals, including 5 Chinese nationals and a Cambodian, were arrested in Subic Bay on suspicion of espionage and kidnapping, highlighting ongoing security challenges and the importance of vigilant law enforcement. Religious developments. The global Catholic community turned its attention to the Vatican as the conclave to elect a new pope began on May 7. Filipino Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle emerged as a prominent candidate, with many hopeful that he could become the first Asian pope in modern times. His potential election was seen as a significant moment for the predominantly Catholic Philippines. Conclusion. The events of 2025 underscored the Philippines' dynamic role on the global stage and its ongoing efforts to address domestic challenges. From political shifts and legal reforms to cultural celebrations and international collaborations, the nation demonstrated resilience and a commitment to progress. As the year concluded, the Philippines stood poised to build upon these developments, striving for a more inclusive, prosperous, and globally engaged future.